Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. This situation with Kubrat Pulev and this kiss with this reporter SuShe Ravalo, it seems to go from one thing to the next here, and no one is coming out clean in this whole scenario. So I dipped into the story the other day for the first time. It became apparent this was not going to blow over, and this was becoming quite a big issue, and it in some sense had gone viral around the world with Kubrat Pulev's unrequited kiss, leans in and smacks a kiss on SuShe Ravalo, to which she has now hired a high-powered lawyer, Gloria Allred. And what we have here, you're seeing on screen, is some footage that has emerged from Pulev Sport. So this has come out from Facebook. So this kind of casts a somewhat different light on the situation, because you may recall, so after that now infamous kiss by Kubrat Pulev, which is at the heart of all this, Kubrat Pulev had put out a statement saying that he was friends with SuShe Ravalo, she had come to his after party, all that sort of stuff. And there were a number of people saying, well, that does cast a little bit of doubt about some of what she had been saying, even though the kiss is, you can't dispute that. It was video evidence of that. But she later went on to claim, and I'll just quickly go to Facebook. So this is the clip here from Pulev Sport. So this is the Facebook posting. Actually, it's up there a couple of times, but there's a translation here. 3 a.m., few hours after the famous kiss, SuShe in the context of a sexually abused woman. So obviously, with this clip that's been playing in the background, she is there grinding on someone from Team Pulev. This is at the after party. This obviously sort of dents some of her credibility, because in that now famous also press conference that she gave just the other day, where she's enlisted Gloria Allred, she said that she went to the after party in the context of there was going to be other fighters there. She was going to be interviewing them. So this is her at the press conference making these different statements. But certainly what she is doing here, and from the clip that you've seen, it does cast a different light on things, because she said she was acting in the capacity of a professional reporter. She had gone to the after party to interview fighters. This is certainly the most interesting interview technique that I've ever seen. So this does cast some sort of doubt over the credibility of some of what she is saying. Obviously, you can't discount, that kiss had happened, but she had also alleged that Pulev had, after that kiss, when the camera was off, groped her bum, but also then, she's gone to this after party afterwards, and the rationale for that was to interview fighters. And this, from what we're hearing, this is not a fighter. This is at 3 a.m. when presumably most of the fighters have gone, but that's Pulev right there in the background. He's only feet away, and she is grinding on some guy. And you can actually hear in the clip, as you may have heard at the start there, she says, "We're not filming, are we?" And the timing of this is curious for some reasons, because obviously Kubrat Pulev, his character has been sort of torn apart through the media in recent days. He's got a lot of flack for his actions, leaning in and just kissing SuShe Ravalo here. And after that, obviously, she's enlisted this lawyer, had that press conference, and clearly is going for the jugular. She wants sanctions. She wants to go to the California State Athletic Commission, and who knows how far it could go, whether this could lead to some sort of settlement. And you may remember Kubrat Pulev put out a statement, saying that they were friends. She'd come to the after party, and there was nothing more to the kiss. And now, in the context of that little clip coming out, it's clear to me that was actually a bit of a warning shot, that if anything was to come out, to dispute that version of events, because they were trying to sort of bury the story, make it go away, that there was obviously some incriminating footage that could sort of undermine her story. And they are saying here in this caption, 3 a.m., few hours after the famous kiss, SuShe in the context of a sexually abused woman. And obviously she's here grinding on this guy. And this is only a 9-second clip in which obviously you can see what she's doing, and then says, "We're not filming, are we?" It's kind of like sparring footage in some sense. you always get just a little taste of what had happened. And I think this is another sort of warning shot here from Team Pulev, that if she is really going nuclear on this, and she has, that potentially there is more to come. There could be other footage that could continue to undermine her story, because the way it's being pitched at the moment is it's certainly going one way, and they are looking to really sort of make Kubrat Pulev pay here. And many people are sort of suggesting through the media, people who are commentating on the situation, that they are trying to get some sort of financial settlement out of Kubrat Pulev. It remains to be seen what happens here and which avenue they go down, but because they have, she has enlisted this lawyer, Gloria Allred, and apparently she approached Allred. This is, it sort of takes it to that next level. And because of it, it sort of got to that extent. That was when I entered the story. And since that first video that I did, Kubrat Pulev has been ordered, and this is from ESPN, to explain the kiss to the California State Athletic Commission. So we'll quickly go through this. So Bulgarian boxer Kubrat Pulev has been ordered to appear before the California State Athletic Commission to explain why he abruptly kissed a reporter on the lips during a post-fight interview on Saturday. The 37-year-old heavyweight contender, okay, we know that's some of the context. So the SuShe said it would take the incident seriously. Before he will be licensed to fight in California again, boxer Kubrat Pulev must appear in front of the commission and demonstrate that he will conform to this principle of respect. So that is the SuShe Deputy Director of Communications, Veronica Hans. Then it goes through the background. Obviously, we know all this. I've just been going through it. So the next SuShe hearing is scheduled for May 14th, with Ravalo planning to attend. Pulev, one of Bulgaria's most popular sportsmen, has refused to apologise for kissing her. He did sort of say she was a friend of hers and it was a spur of the moment thing, elated with the victory, and that is not his defence, because he's not defending it. That is how he's explaining it away. But certainly his name has been dragged through the mud, and the whole situation with that kiss, was it something he should have done? No, because it was an unwanted kiss from what she is saying. And it sort of came out of the blue, and she did look nervous, sort of laughing it off afterwards. But yeah, it didn't look like that was a situation she was prepared for. But now it's sort of been taken to another level here with some of the stakes involved in this. Everyone is playing hardball because she's lawyered up. She's got one of the top lawyers for these sorts of cases. They're going after Kubrat Pulev because, remember, the hearing could be just in May, could just be one step. They could be looking to make some sort of submission, get some sort of comment from the commission, and then go somewhere else, file a lawsuit of something. It could go a number of directions here. But obviously, from what we're seeing from Kubrat Pulev and his team, they're not going to be pushed around here. And they obviously have some video evidence to suggest that, things weren't quite as innocent from her at this after party, and she said she was going to interview fighters. And that video does cast a lot of doubt about those assertions from SuShe Ravalo. It doesn't change the fact that kiss happened. But anything after that, the alleged groping of the butt, that's just an allegation at this point. We don't know if there's any actual proof for that. And clearly she is acting in a certain way in this party with one of Team Pulev's entourage. But, that's not to say that that's not to dispute what happened with the kiss, because clearly that did happen. But it's going from, bad to worse in some sense, this story, because it really is starting to get quite ugly here. But anyway, a quick update. What do you make of it all? Drop a comment, loud and often. Hit like, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.